The LEGO Star Wars 2025 Summer/August wave is right around the corner. And out of almost nowhere we got just almost all of the new LEGO Star Wars sets for this summer leaked, and I will show you these pictures now. The first set is set number 75432 V-19 Torrent. This set will release on August 1st of 2025 for supposedly $64.99 with 567 pieces and 3 minifigures. Speaking of the minifigures, they look like straight bangers. The first one is General Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Clone Wars outfit, and he looks awesome. He has the kind of standard headpiece and hairpiece for Obi-Wan, but then he has this Clone Wars torso and legs with the clone armor, and also arm printing with the clone armor, which just looks really great. Then there's also the clone pilot, which was rumored for a longer time that this would now be an updated mold, and it is. Now the clone pilot no longer has the fin, which is awesome. And of course all the updated printing for the newer clones, which looks really great. And the third minifigure in the set is Asajj Ventress. This is another version of her that we will get in her purple outfit. I've heard it is from the Clone Wars movie, but I'm not sure. She has some amazing printing on the legs and on the torso. She has of course her lightsaber with her custom lightsaber hilts, and also some really great printing on the face. She looks like a really cool minifigure with a great pop of color, really great. Moving on to set number 75435 MTT, which will supposedly cost $159.99 and will come with 976 pieces. And from what I can tell on the pictures, it looks really nice. I think this is better than the 2014 MTT, and I really like the color scheme of course, which is the Clone Wars color scheme, and the angles and the shaping looks really great. I don't know if it looks $160 great, because it still does feel kinda small, as it's a downsized version I suppose. But the angles that they did look really nice. I think the pieces on the front are printed, like this kind of nose piece of the MTT. I also really like the droid rack, where it seems like there's actually a play feature where you can deploy the troops, which is really nice. Figure-wise, it looks okay. You get, I think, 6 B1 battle droids and 1 blue pilot. In the back we can see 2 commando droids, which will be included, I guess. And there's, of course, Commander Bly, which, besides the printed Karma, looks like a phenomenal minifigure. We have the new piece for the shoulder pauldron, which is a plastic molded piece, which is really great. He has the micro binoculars and really great printing on the helmet and torso. Yeah, if this figure would have included a waist cape out of cloth or something like that, this would have been a perfect minifigure in my opinion. And there's of course also Aayla Secura, which looks pretty similar to the, I think, 2017 release of her. It looks still like a great figure because the older version was really great. I think overall the minifigure selection is solid, and the set itself also is pretty solid. However, $160 still feels a little much. Next up we have set number 75433, Jango Fett Starship Playscale version. This set will of course also release on August 1st of 2025 for a supposedly retail price of $69.99 and 707 pieces with 3 minifigures. And yeah, what can I really say? For a Playscale version of this ship, it looks really good, I think. It looks a little bit bigger than the 2021 version. It will also include a little wagon where you can put the seismic charges on and can use it as a stand for the set, which I think is nice. Figure-wise, this will include 3 figures. One of them is Jango Fett. This is not the same version as the UCS version, as the arm print is missing here. Then there's also young Boba Fett, which appears to be the same version as the UCS version. And there's a banger minifigure, Lama Su. Finally, another Kaminoan from LEGO. The first one was Taun We in Obi-Wan Starfighter, and here we have Lama Su as another Kaminoan, and he looks awesome. The printing on the torso and the slope piece looks amazing. Also his little piece around the neck, I think this is molded into the head, which is awesome, and the head mold is amazing. Really great minifigure, can't wait for this. Here's a picture of the Rebuild the Galaxy Hotrod Snowspeeder, set number 75414 for supposedly $54.99 with 3 figures and 349 pieces. Yeah, the price seems once again a little high. I think this is not a $55 set. Looks-wise, it looks kinda cool. I haven't watched Rebuild the Galaxy yet, so I don't really know where this comes from. But yeah, I'm not really that interested in this, but I definitely can see why people would like this. I think it looks really cool with the flame color scheme, even though I think that the flames will most likely be stickers. It seems like there's also a new canopy piece for the Snowspeeder, which is really cool. Figure-wise, there will be Sig and Def Greebling included and also a Green Duros. Yeah, definitely not the most anticipated set of these, but still a cool addition. Then there's also a leaked picture of set number 75430 Wicket Buildable figure. This set will supposedly release for $119.99 with 1010 pieces, and it will supposedly be a retailer exclusive. This is probably the least exciting set for most of the people. I think it looks better than the Chewbacca face-wise. I will definitely still need to see how the set looks in hand to tell my real opinion about this, but I think it's a neat idea as a buildable figure set. Moving on to one of the most exciting sets of this wave, this is set number 75413 Clone Turbo Tank. This set will release on August 1st for supposedly $159.99 and only 813 pieces. Yeah, I will talk about the price later. Let's take a look at the minifigures first. We first of all have Ki-Adi-Mundi, which looks also very similar to his prior release that we already have. It looks still like a great minifigure. I always like getting some Jedi from LEGO, and it looks like a great LEGO Star Wars Jedi minifigure. Next up we have Commander Bakara, and even though we can only see the top part of his body, we can still see that this will be a printed waist cape on the legs and not a cloth piece, which is sad. But otherwise this looks like a phenomenal minifigure. I think the helmet piece looks really great. LEGO went above and beyond for this mold. It looks really nice, and there's also some great printing on the torso of Bakara and also on the hips. I think this is a great minifigure from the pictures that we can see here, and it looks like a really great minifigure. Then there's also 3 Galactic Marines, which LEGO fans were waiting years for. I think on the first look they look really nice. The torso printing and the hip printing looks very vibrant and cool. The red color is really nice as a pop of color on the shelf. I think the helmet piece is a reused Snowtrooper helmet piece, but it still looks fine to me. I think the cloth piece would have been a nice addition instead of a printed Karma. But yeah, once again, LEGO will only print Karmas now, I guess, so no cloth pieces here. And then there's also a bunch of B1 battle droids, which I can only see 3 here, but I don't know how many will be included. We have to see when we get some more pictures. But yeah, minifigure wise, this looks solid. Not so solid looks the build in my opinion. Quite contrary to the popular opinion online, I don't really think this looks as good. I don't know what throws me off, but I don't know, something looks off on this Clone Turbo Tank. It will most definitely be way too small, considering it's only about 800 pieces. And then there's the price. 160 bucks looks way too much for this set. This seems like a maybe $100 set, but not 160. This is outrageous from price point. The minifigures are great. I like the set overall. I think the Clone Turbo Tank could have looked worse, but it's still not a great Clone Turbo Tank in my opinion. I'm a little bit disappointed with the build. Figure-wise, I'm pretty happy with the set, and I will definitely have to see how the set looks in hand. Maybe this will change my opinion on the Clone Turbo Tank, but yeah, it's a mixed bag for me. And now lastly, we can see at least the minifigure lineup for the 327 Star Corps Battle Pack. We cannot see a full picture of the set, but yeah, it's a Battle Pack type set, so most of the people are gonna care about the minifigures the most. We can of course see the 4 clone minifigures here, which look really nice on first glance. I still think it's a shame that LEGO does not include cloth waist capes anymore, and this will be a printed one. But otherwise, the Pauldron molded piece looks really nice, which all 4 clones have here, and the printing on the helmet and also on the torso looks really nice. I don't know why LEGO now changes to colored arms, because the previous clones had all white arms now, and now the 327th have yellow arms. I don't know where the reason for this came from, but I don't really like it. I would have preferred consistency, so either give the other clones colored arms or these white ones. But otherwise, I really like these clone minifigures. Next to them, we can see some Super Battle Droids, which will be included with this set. And above the minifigure lineup, we can see a little bit of the set. But yeah, we have to wait for some more pictures. But yeah, this has been it for the leaks of the LEGO Star Wars 2025 Summer/August wave. Definitely let me know down in the comments below what your favorite set of this is. What is your most anticipated one, and what is the one you don't really care about? If you're new, please consider to like and subscribe to support the channel. And if you don't want to miss anything, otherwise, have a great day.